What's up, guys? Kagiso Kaledi here, and today we are going to be focusing on a different side of tech. This is a bit of a different video. However, I am a huge gamer. I've been gaming since I was a kid. I really love gaming, and I just wanted to talk about something that really affects your gaming experience. And it has affected my gaming experience for the past since I was a kid, actually. So, I wanted to talk about controllers and the experience that you have to sort of look for when you are buying a new controller. Let's get into it. So, as I'm sure you are aware of the standard Xbox One controller that comes with your console when you buy it. Now, this is a very good controller. It does what it's supposed to do. Literally, the buttons work really well. The analog sticks, they work well, and it feels weighty, like when you put the batteries in, to kind of give you that. I think when a device has a bit of weight to it, kind of feels a bit more premium. It makes it feel like you're holding something that is worth something. It's a delicate piece of technology. That's what it feels like to me. Even in the smartphone world, same thing. Like the lighter a phone feels, like I kind of look at it a bit funny, but I want the phone to feel weighty, like a kind of a little heavy. So when somebody says they want to light a phone, I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess that's okay for you, but I want my phone to feel hefty. Okay. So this controller, it kind of does feel a bit weighty, and that is good for me personally. And the buttons, they click really well. Everything works well. But as I'm sure you know, that this controller does have a few issues. And if you are a gamer, you can understand. I'm sure you know about this issue, and that is stick drift. Stick drift is a huge problem. So much so that repair shops are making huge amounts of money from it because they literally cater to people who have stick drift on their controllers. And I get it because it's a very common problem among these controllers. And it's not just these controllers, the PS5s as well. And, initially I was wondering, maybe, am I using this controller, funny? Am I being too aggressive with it as I'm busy playing my games? I play FIFA, I play fighting games. As you can see, like I play some single player games. There's Red Dead Redemption 2, Gears of War, so is Need for Speed Heat. So I dip my toes into almost every genre of gaming. Um, so I was wondering, what am I the problem? Like, do I, use my controller in a, aggressive way? And once I checked online, like it's not just me. A lot of people go through this, and I talk to people also in real life. They also go through the same issue. So it's not just me. And why? Like I thought, why is this such a widespread thing? Like it's really annoying that you get a controller and you buy a second one from the same brand. Literally, you buy the same controller from the same brand. Literally, I bought this controller, I think the end of last year, and I had to sell it because it had stick drift. I couldn't find a repair shop within my area to get it repaired, so I just sold it. I was like, I'm not gonna deal with this. I was wondering, why is this such a common problem amongst these controllers? Not all of these controllers actually get stick drift. Some of them do last a bit longer. Most of them do get stick drift, and it really annoys me. So it is a thing that I actually wanted to sort out. So I went through the internet just to find other controllers that didn't have this problem, because I wanted a new controller that wouldn't have stick drift. So I started researching on the types of controllers that are available, what's there, what's not, and I came across a different type of technology for controllers that eliminates, well, like minimizes stick drift to a point where it doesn't happen as often, or it doesn't happen at all. And these are Hall effect analogs and triggers. When I came across these controllers, I was like, oh, I need this controller because it doesn't get stick drift, right? So what I found out is that Hall effect analog sticks versus potentiometers, which is what this controller uses, is standard potentiometers. It has more moving parts inside of it, which is why it causes a bit more wear and tear over time. Whereas Hall effect analog sticks do not use too many moving parts. They use magnetic sensors. Magnetic sensors have less moving parts, less contact, meaning less or no stick drift. So I bought a controller that actually has this technology in it. And this is the G7 SE Xbox controller. And let me just make sure you can see it properly. This controller has Hall Effect triggers and analog sticks. So I already opened it, I unboxed it, I have a video up, please check it out. Here is the controller. I actually put my own thumb grips on them. Let me just remove them for the purposes of this video. So here is this controller as it is out of the box. Have a look at it. It kind of does look a bit, colorful with the buttons, because the normal Xbox One is kind of black background and then the letters on the button, but here it's just white, so it kind of feels a bit more animated to me. I don't know, like it's a bit weird. But holding this in the hand, it actually feels I would say almost the same and damn near the same as this one, because the build quality is really not bad. It's actually really, really good for a controller that is much cheaper than this one when you buy it in store. So I think this controller is supposed to literally save me basically in terms of gaming. So my experience of having the dreaded stick drift should be over with this controller. It feels so good. I've played literally all of these games that you see here just to test it out. I've played with using this controller and it feels so good. Everything feels responsive. It feels like I don't know, it feels like I'm getting new games. It's crazy. This experience, it kind of like revitalizes your joy in gaming for me personally, because when I was using this controller, I kept on thinking, oh man, I have to deal with stick drift, but I'll push through every time. So it kind of diminished my experience of enjoying the game. I didn't enjoy the game as much because I constantly had to look and deal with this thing. It's a fine controller, but I mean, I think I'll use it for other things. Like I also play Call of Duty Mobile sometimes. I guess I'll use this for that. I've been using it for that, but now I guess it'll be my full-time controller for my phone. It is a good controller, but can't deal with stick drift anymore, which is why I got this. So all in all, the point of this video is to have you as the consumer looking at the types of controllers that you can get if you're looking for a second, third, or fourth, whatever, however many controllers you want. Just look at the type of controllers that you want, okay? First and foremost, I personally wouldn't recommend getting the Microsoft ones. I don't know, because they use the same technology that gets me stick drift. Potentiometers, no. I want Hall Effect. Now I don't play like that anymore. I need Hall Effect. So from now on, I think as long as it says Hall Effect controller, and this one is from GameSir, so I think I'll get a few more other GameSir controllers, maybe just one more, because I want a minimum of 2 controllers. And then the Xbox One, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I do not think I'll opt for this controller again because of the technology that I now am more educated on. So I would urge you, please educate yourself on what type of controllers you want. There is a type of technology just above Hall Effect, which is called TMR. Now TMR is way better than Hall Effect, apparently. And I want a controller that has that. I'm not complaining with Hall Effect right now because I just got the controller today. So I still have a whole lot of testing to do with it. So for now, it feels good based on all the games that I played. Yes, it is a new controller, so that could be an advantage. However, it comes with the GameSir Nexus app that actually shows you how the sticks move, and you can test all the buttons, literally configure different profiles for your use case. It depends on whatever you want to do. So knowing what you know now, would you like, for me personally, I'm going Hall Effect all the way. But would you still buy a Microsoft controller, or would you go to a Hall Effect controller? This one's from GameSir, Microsoft, GameSir, Microsoft. Which one would you go for? It's not just GameSir, there's also Razer that actually does some really killer controllers. And personally, I want one of those. I want one in TMR. But that's besides the point. Would you get, knowing what you know now, would you still get the Microsoft ones because you're used to that one, you much rather prefer the Microsoft controller, or would you jump over to something that gives you a bit of a different experience? Let me know. Write down in the comments. Yeah, and catch you guys in the next video.